Good evening, Free Enterprise fans, and welcome to the first race of the Mini Mysteries Club. I am Edge Dave, and joining me today is our restreamer Neil Bari, our tracker Dubward, and my co-commentator Vitasia. How are you doing, Vitasia?
Hey, Enja Dave, happy to be here. Really excited for the inaugural Mini Mysteries Club kickoff. These are kind of decide we don't really know what's going to happen here. So
Oh,
these seeds and flags, we know kind of some objectives, but we don't have a whole clue of what's going to happen, do we?
nope, and we see our runners tonight, our feature runners tonight, S-Grunt and Warling05 are getting ready to run this. They're hiding who the starting character is.
That's mean, but I appreciate it all the same. Um,
Nope.
so yeah, we have four objectives. We don't know how many we have to win. We don't. I mean, there's a lot that we don't know. We don't know what characters. We have kind of a vague idea of what's going to happen, but that's the whole idea of these mini mysteries. Is we have to figure it out as we go along. The idea of the mini mysteries, though, is that these should still be a relatively straightforward flag set that we should be able to complete in a straightforward-ish fashion. Like, these aren't going to be 3.5 hour slogs, but we'll see what happens.
That said, there is still potential for rudeness. If we look in the YAML, we see there is a 20% chance of no earned characters and a 50% chance of no free characters. So there's a 10% chance that your starting duo is all you get.
Which would be interesting. The one nice thing, the one constant of these flags, and you pointed it out, and I sincerely appreciate it, is that it is a win. You know, this is not a zero miss required completion. So, you know, once we get the objectives done, however many we have to get done, we're done.
Right? And also in the YAML, we see there is a 15% chance of only needing 3 of these 4. Otherwise, we need them all.
So at least 3 objectives is what we're looking at. Oh,
Correct.
and it does look like S-Grunt is now showing us we have a starting Kane character, so that'll be interesting to see as we get ready to get started here. And it's going to be a gigantic guessing game. So chat, you guys are going to have to help us out. I know chat is usually very engaged for these sorts of seeds, but we're going to need your extra help because I tell you what, Neil Bari, I'm sure, rolled a fantastic seed, and we're going to. Dubword is going to need as much help as we can with tracking everything because we're not only tracking the objectives, we're trying to track the objectives, the seed itself, trying to figure out what we can do.
We are underway with Kane and Palom. That's a very powerful start.
I will take it, and it's Baron Castle. So we have the Baron Inn. That's one objective, and then the bosses at Baron Inn are already open. So we have 2 of the objectives already accessible to us.
Now, there is a 5% chance of wacky flags. We're not hearing the Big Chocobo's theme, so that did not hit.
Leonhardt pointing out, hey, that's a sparkle. How lucky are you feeling? Because, yeah, I mean, if you got maybe with the plague, that might not be too bad. Otherwise, not doing so well. So we see S-Grunt is checking on.
That might be a duplicate check being made.
Oh, checking to see if you can duplicate. That would be interesting because if you can dupe, it makes it. I mean, money is no issue at that point in time. We have an adamant rock from Edward.
We also have Seed Neki on. Kane started with a Slumber Sword rather than his vanilla Spear. We got our first checks at loot. We have Cure 3, that doesn't really tell us much.
Looks like we have at least 1 treasure chest empty, so there's some treasures that are empty. Okay. Lots of money
Uh,
though.
Lots of money. Ninja Sword could be pro, could be wildish. Honestly, I don't think we have enough information to really definitively say.
No, although the ninja sword there is kind of interesting. There's another ninja sword there available, and another crystal
Oh,
gauntlet. Oh,
that's half of it. That is see no earned. That's a piggy.
oh boy. Okay, so meanwhile, Warlink is also setting up, trying to
Yeah.
double check. A little bit of a riskier spot.
Okay, Duke glitch is off. Warlink did do it correctly. So now we gotta wait for someone to walk into a free character location, and we could be seeing the Kane and Palom show.
I mean, that's all you really need. But I'd be real interested to see what's our first check here. So looks like the shops didn't seem overly impressive to me.
Yeah, that
So
could-
maybe,
I didn't see it for any of those. That could be S Pro.
yeah, I was thinking S Pro likely.
Warlink about to give us the final news on character settings. Okay,
All
so
right.
it's free, no earned. Also, those ninja swords, we found a wielder for them.
You know what? I will take that. Absolutely. We have Seed Neki, but I mean, Edge will be able to carry us through most of this early part of the seed. That makes me kind of want to take on Baron in relatively quickly, honestly.
Yeah, if you found a ninja sword plus anything else for him, Edge can very easily take that. Right, and chat pointing out C Relaxed is on because, well, not necessarily C Relaxed. I mean, really, there's no difference between C Relaxed and C Standard with Edge just not being restricted. It could be that as well. Because it might just be Cecil or Fusoya restricted.
Entirely possible. Well, I mean, we'd have to do some more character checks. It is looking like we're, I don't know, it's either 10 or 20% empty right now, is what I'm thinking, just based on the number of things that number of treasure chests we've seen empty.
That's a good call. I know Esperon had to be relieved to see the Edge show up because I don't think Warlink has checked a earned character location yet.
Nope, not yet. Still lots to do, and looks like we're doing an early antlion check. This is should be interesting. And okay, we have an engine, a silver, and plus a strength ring. We'll still be
Yeah, this is a very good play. You've got Edge with this much firepower early. You can just go.
And it looks like that's what Eskren is going to do. We have the Edge. He's going to equip. I believe Grunt is going to have both the ninja swords. Yeah, he has two.
Yeah. Warlink found a ninja shirt though, so that Edge has a good deal of defense and evasion now. No, we haven't seen anything too outrageous treasure-wise, so I don't think it's wild.
No, absolutely. Okay, and Sparkle here. Okay, hi Ogo. And we have piggies with dark imps here in Baron in 1, which is kind of a rude spot for the 3 imps, honestly.
Fortunately, they have no HP here, so a flame quickly ends the fight.
And there's an Odin. Meanwhile, Warlink ends up finding a Sand Ruby. and it's see no earn, so that is absolutely worthless.
Correct. Although Warlink does not know that. And so we've just learned that permadeath is not on because Palom ended Escrunt's Darken fight face down.
But first objective is done with Escrunt and, oh boy, Twin Harp. So one objective down that we know of. So either 2 or 3 to go. We don't know.
Right, and looks like Escrunt says, "I'm ready here. I got the Baron key." This will give us a definitive answer on shop settings. Yeah, it's pro.
Yeah, that's definitely looking like some pro.
That's a gated shop capping at 4.
Meanwhile, Warlink showing us Calbrenna. They're attacking Fabul. So this should be relatively straightforward once we get this flame off.
Yep. Just deal with dolls the way you can deal with a lot of things. Set it on fire.
You know what? I approve. Because those dolls need to be set on fire. They're creepy.
Yes, they are. I've seen enough horror movies to know not to trust them.
All right. So Escrunt working his way through the underground sewers, not really doing a whole lot of looting. I think good to go here. But there is our magma key. We do have our access. Unironically, we can get into the underground now.
So, no fading for Bull today.
No, that would be a mistake in this particular seed, but you know that's the price you pay sometimes. Escrunt though is still. I like the idea of once you know your strength, you do your objectives, and that's kind of a very good and safe way to roll.
That's kind of one of the sort of mantras of Free Enterprise: do your objectives. I could see Warlink going straight for objectives now, having access to 3 of them. That could... Yeah. Warlink could theoretically be in go mode right now.
Yeah, that does look like what he's going to do. He's got a decent party. He's got the same party, really, that Escrunt does, although he's missing that other ninja sword, so... well,
not anymore. Well, that's
however,
a plague in Baron Castle, which is not a fight you want to be fast anchored for.
No, you want to kind of reorganize it. That Ninja Star is going to that Warlink picked up. I know Escrunt has it. That would do fantastic damage against that plague.
That represents about 2,000 damage. So about. You still about what, 2,500 to go?
Thereabouts, yeah.
Okay, we're just gonna bounce the we're just gonna bounce the count. That works too.
When in doubt, cheese it.
I approve. What could be interesting here is if Pan comes from Baron Castle, because you could just... Well, that would just be the seed right there.
We said it was going to be a fast seed, and I've you know, I don't know if we expected it to be quite this fast, but certainly moving along.
Jay Frontier in chat, because Escrunt's busy right now, I'll give it incorrect for him.
So Plague goes down, and that's all the levels we theoretically need. Like, Palom, that was Palom's first dose of experience on Escrunt's side, so interesting.
The XP Palom gained on Warlink's side made the Odin fight significantly faster, being able to drop a lit 2 on Odin.
In the meantime, Warlink is going to drop a key. I think because he knows it's S Pro, he might be checking shops, maybe hoping for a Siren or Coffin just to grab some levels so we can zoom through everything.
Oh, that's the problem if it's S Pro. Sirens, Coffins, Vacus won't be available in any shop outside of Kokol.
Oh.
Those are tier 5s. S Pro caps, or S Pro's gated shops are 4.
All right. Well, we'll see what can happen.
Yeah, we will. And Escaron finding the freeze to the free bosses taking over the throne. What are we thinking? Did the King of Baron just invite fellow royalty over?
Yeah, the Royals, they come over. You got to think that's something that the Royals have an agreement on. Once you're on good terms with other Royals, you're like, yeah, go ahead, sit in the throne. It's all right. You can do it. So Escrunt, of course, does not get a character because those characters are turned off. But we will be getting another key item here shortly.
Oh, Warlink. You didn't check up while you were in there. Come on. Or you did and I didn't catch it.
I didn't see it either. I think he's like, nah, we're not going to do that. I mean, hey, he has the Adamant and the Legend Sword right now.
That's a forge. Now, Grunt's missing the third part of being able to forge. That'll be access to the forge.
Down into Antlion, which makes sense. You're doing the things that you can do quickly and saving Fabul for last.
Also, Esperont's now just saying, I need my underground access. Yep.
All right, so there's some monsters.
Yeah, Warlink showing us it's not vanilla traps. I think that's the first time we've had a potential trap test be opened.
Artemis arrows, what are those? Are those tier 5?
Artemis arrows are 7. Where did we just see one picked up?
We just saw it on Warling's side in one of the chests.
Okay, it's wild. Or wildish. I don't know if this could roll 7s on wildish. I will, however, look that up right now.
Yeah. It helps to know, and this is, I think, part of the interesting thing about this particular flag set in particular. It rewards not just knowledge of Final Fantasy IV, but knowledge of free Enterprise as a whole. Knowing the different flag sets, knowing the different items, and what it's considered weightings. Dave, I would not hesitate to say you would probably whoop my booty playing
Cave
this.
Cave of Summons caps at tier 5 on Pro, 6 on Wildish, so it's T Wild. That's the only way you can get a 7 in that cave. So we now have confirmation on the treasure settings.
Meanwhile, Grunt has decided, hey, we're going to go do a really cheeky check up here on Mount Ordeals. Does find a power shirt and a Sid just like, hey, can I hang out?
I will fully admit, Fantasia, I had to go look that up. I wasn't sure if that was possible on Wildish. So I was just quick open the wiki to find it.
You're doing better than me. It's fully okay.
Hey, that's what we do. If we don't have the information, we know where to find it, right?
It's true. And thank you, Scala, for linking the official Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise wiki always a great resource. And remember, if you need to check it in the middle of the race, you can absolutely check the wiki in the middle of the race. Just remember, if you got to go fast, you don't want to be reading stuff.
Yeah, we can get away with it because we're not running the race.
Oh, we have a French vanilla Mylan Z up here on Mount Ordeals that Escrunt is showing us.
Yeah, you're supposed to be one spot to the left. Well, like 6 spots to the left, I guess.
He's doing the Cupid shuffle and was just in mid-dance and happened to be on the right side.
Ah, of course.
That's still a thing kids do, right? The Cupid shuffle? That's not... I'm not showing my age too much?
Sure. I think, maybe? I don't know. We have...
Yeah.
Escrunt is facing the Count, who is not going to get past 3 or so. Edge is tearing this thing apart.
Yeah. With an assist from the kid, which makes sense. Warlink is now on his way to get his second objective complete, which makes sense. Grunt, we don't know exactly what is up here. This could be a gigantic waste of time. It could very well be the key to the whole thing. It isn't a time investment either way up here on Mount Ordeals.
We're also about to learn something else about this seed. It's C-Hero.
Oh my. Okay,
I had my suspicions earlier. Because it didn't feel like it was running off Edge's agility.
Well, now we know, and that really is interesting. Oh, the pan.
Oh, as soon as Escrunt does Fabul, which should be his next stop, he'll be in go mode. Like, guaranteed. Yeah, just get Kain in the back row and jump on them. That's gonna be your best answer here.
Yeah, easy enough. That also means that if he wanted to turn in the Adamant and Legend, we'll get a Kain weapon.
Oh no.
Oh, it didn't save.
I think Grunt's got to do the entirety of Ordeals again.
But once you know that it's that pan, you're like, I can't abandon it.
No, you have to do this again. That guarantees once you find underground, you can finish the seed.
Oh wow, that timer was zooming there on Warlink's side.
Oh, there is. I want to check something. Vanilla agility is a 5% chance on, so it could be C-Hero vanilla agility.
Interesting. Warlink is actually opting to go and do some more looting, kind of outside, trying to find some more power to be able to take out the plague, because that is kind of a rough spot for the plague. Escrunt got through it by outspeeding it, but
Warlink should have an easier time outspeeding it with the ninja shirt. That's another 5 agility on Edge. Although with the extra levels, if Kain is your anchor, that 5 agility may not be enough to offset the extra agility your anchor gained.
Yeah, because Kain gains agility very, very quickly. He becomes a very speedy boy over the course of the game.
Yep, and that Escrunt knows what's going on. 1 jump for each. The bonus here is, I believe they don't counter jump. It's just the fight command. Well, and magic, but that requires Kane to actually be able to use magic.
All right, so round 2 for S-Grunt now.
Yep, a little short on that jump, but no counter because it was a jump command, not a fight command. Kane showing us Kane doing enough damage to one shot on the second swing, as is tradition.
Always a little bit short, but he gets it on the third time. Warlink now deciding, hey, I have a Tela now, so more target practice.
That might have been the point of the Damascene trip, was to grab the character. I believe on S-Grunt's side, we're going to see a trip over to Fabul, because I think that's the last place aside from Twin Harp he hasn't checked.
Yeah, I believe so. So he'll have to make a trip to Fabul, knowing that that's going to be a double dip. But at that point, are you hoping, like, do you get the Magma Key, immediately go, bonk the pan, and turn that in, hoping that it's 3 out of 4 key items? Or what do you do?
Personally, I would bonk first. It can theoretically end the seed right there. You don't have to fight any more bosses. Because this party, while it can get through Dwarf Castle, it's going to take a minute to get through it. That is, what, a 9,000 and 3,000 HP boss, somewhere around there?
Thereabouts, yeah. Hela desperately trying to kill himself.
Oh, Warlink has done her deals, doesn't have the... Atella doesn't have virus. But it's perfectly fine because Edge has a wall up, so Plague is just going to keep... Plague is going to be frustrated that not everyone has a count, and will just keep trying to put count on everyone.
Yeah, it's interesting because it does look like Warlink is still trying to knock over his Tela to keep him from gaining experience. Does not have the knowledge yet that it's C-Hero, and it doesn't matter if you knock over your Tela.
Right, we know that. We know that. S-Grunt knows that. Chat knows that. Warlink doesn't know that because that's never had it come up.
Thus, the mystery seed.
So, with the information Warlink has, this play makes perfect sense.
S-Grunt is now on his way underground. Meanwhile, Warlink is going to check treasures, and then we'll have... we'll be fighting the usurpers of the throne.
And then we'll see where Warlink goes next. Maybe take on Dwarf and hope it's 3.
I'm kind of hoping it's 4. I want, I'm fine talking a little bit longer, but it doesn't have to be a 30-minute scene.
That's true. So you asked me, I wonder where you would head in S-Grunt's shoes. Bonk or Dwarf?
Oh, I'd bonk, 100%. I am routing for optimism. If it bonks and I get it, fantastic. If I have to go immediately afterwards and kill something in Dwarf Castle, fine. I'll take the 15-second flight hit that makes it more efficient if I were to do Dwarf first.
There is an interesting thought of forging before Dwarf and see if you can get something better for Kane.
probably do that because I'm not comfortable with levels right now. I mean, your edge is probably good, but to really make it fast, I think I would want to go Forge. I would do that.
Never mind. There's your answer.
I blinked. What I miss? What was it? A white?
Excal from the Sylphs.
I mean, okay, that's a dart.
That's about a
okay.
4,000 damage. That dart represents 4,000 damage. That's half of the first spot's HP.
Yeah, I still want to. I still want to Forge. I still want to Forge. Just in case it's something punchy.
Fair. That's fair. I think the Excal does slightly change the math on it, though. That's a sizable chunk you can get out of the boss immediately.
All right, Warlink is getting his Legend Sword, and Escrunt is going to be determining very quickly. Hey, Darkness.
Beowulf, we can't get a dart from the Forge. It's Sea Hero, so it's going to be a Cane weapon.
And we just returned the Pan to Yang's wife, and the game did not immediately. It's win, so we do know it is now 4 out of 4 objectives that have to get done.
So go straight to Dwarf Castle, end the game. I think that's what we're going to see from Escrunt. Also, I'm fairly certain that K-Summon did not hit, because every single K-Main check has hit.
Yeah, everything. So it's probably going to be that Escrunt. Okay, tenting up. Looks like Warlink now doesn't have the Pan because has not done Mount Ordeals. And let's face it, Mount Ordeals, with what we've seen so far, is certainly not a place that you'd want to go. I mean, it's 3 bosses, and you're not really incentivized to do it. We don't have any characters that incentivize us to do it. So we've kind of been pointed away from that. Oh, but Warlink is going to Forge.
We are going to get Forge. And that's a blue robe in... Is it 1 or 3 robes? Hoping for 3.
3 robes!
It's a gauntlet. But which gauntlet?
We weren't going to get out of this completely free. Yeah, it could be the regular gauntlet. It could be the alt gauntlet. Alt gauntlet.
I believe it could be... This does mean, however, that if the second fight is single target, Edge can just chuck the Excal and immediately end it. And it enables lands. We rolled big.
Yeah, I think this is where Warlink says, okay, I'm good with my levels. Let me go ahead and follow up and just do this Dwarf Castle, which makes sense. Oh.
Now Warlink's got to be thinking, is it actually Sea Hero or did Super Smith hit? And hit a Cane weapon? And given that Escrunt is in the final battle, I would like to point out there are 7 people running this race. There are no finishers yet.
Warlink was a little bit with the indecision there. I do not blame him because that's part of the mystery of these mystery seeds. It's you're forced into indecision and then you remember something midway. Well, maybe I could do this. Maybe I couldn't. Climbing the tower now.
Okay, I'm not... Like, it took me half an hour to realize that Warlink's naming scheme is just the emotes in the free end channel.
Meanwhile, on front side, Quake Kid is officially online.
For the 2 or 3 fights that Escrunt is left, can Quake away.
I mean, yeah, we're going to take advantage of the Quake. Might as well.
honestly, it kind of makes sense that we haven't finished this because having to go over deals with this party, I could see a lot of runners last locationing that.
Well, we saw, I mean, S-Grunt, both of these runners are fantastic runners. S-Grunt is definitely a highly capable runner. Going into it and then C-heroing, we saw him take one wipe. I think a lot of runners would take a wipe to that and say, maybe I'll come back to this. Although, by that point, they know the pan's there.
Unfortunately for S-Grunt, I believe the Black Lizards resist fire.
They're at least weak to ice.
But you know what they don't resist?
Quake.
2,000 point earthquakes.
When in doubt, Quake. It's all good. And there's the alt gauntlet down. So we have one more boss.
And it's got 3,000 HP. We have an Excal to throw. We have a flame cast and we have an Excal and a virus cast to use on this. We know this is Officer Soldier.
I mean, sure, this was a quick fight.
Funny enough,
this is our Zero Miss equivalent for this seed, folks.
The role of Zero Miss today will be played by the Baron Army.
Not even gonna dart that Excal because of Iris does it.
Now we just gotta sit through the cutscene, and that will be it for S-Grunt.
Imagine sitting through this cutscene knowing that you cannot stop your timer until you get the objective complete. It flashes on your screen, and being in a speedrun race. Meanwhile, Warlink showing us one of the nice uses of the Able Lance, casting weak.
And that will do it for S-Grunt. Coming in second overall in this race. With an official time of 34 minutes, 29 seconds. John Burkhead came in first at 34:11.
Just under the wire. See, they're both going through the cutscenes. And we're joined now by S-Grunt. GG's on the race.
When I set up this flag set, I intended for flag sets to be fast. I did not intend for them to be this fast. Then again, I might have done absolutely everything correctly.
Yeah, it went pretty fast. I mean, you got the Baron key right off the bat, and that's the objective anyway, and one's open, so...
Well, sometimes it just goes like that. Sometimes you get the 35-minute seat, sometimes you get the hour-and-a-half seat with this Lianol. And why not be generous right off the start, I suppose?
So, first question I had to ask, what were you thinking when you saw the Piggy and Baron in?
I saw it. Well, that's Xeno earned. I need to remember to go and see if we've got free characters immediately after this. This could be the legendary two-character scenario right off the start. Fortunately, Edge turned up as my first character check, which is very nice after I found those two ninja blades. So we just went with it.
I guess my main question is, what prompted you to go up Mount Ordeals? Because I know you had I think it was Fabul and Ordeals that was still left.
Well, technically, I also had, yeah, I had the Twin Harp at that point. I said to myself, I don't want to spend time on Harp unless it's absolutely necessary. I don't want to go to Fabul immediately, and because ideally I don't want to have to go there more than once. Which, of course, I ended up going there more than once anyway, but that's beside the point. So between of those three, Ordeals was the natural choice. I had Edge. I had, the two ninja blades, and It's very, very fast to get through ordeals with that party setup, as you saw. White notwithstanding, which that cost me like a minute and a half to get through that, even with the white. But yeah, it's fairly fast if you've got a power edge like that, and I didn't want to go to either of the other two places because they would have taken longer, or I wouldn't have wanted to come back there to Fabul.
What were your thoughts with Sea Hero, with that particular flag being turned on? Well, apparently being turned on. I mean, we knew about it in Baron.
Yeah, that it caught me off guard on ordeals. Just seeing Kain like. Even if Sea Hero is on, the party setup that I had could have taken most of those flags, so they just sort of misplayed that initial encounter, as you saw. Should have kept jumping as the second fight went. But yeah, it didn't really impact anything, just because Edge is going to outspeed your anchor on this flag, so basically no matter who it is, unless it's Edge, of course.
And we know you're very familiar with playing around with Edge since one of your other clubs.
Whatever gave you that idea. No, I'm a big fan of early Edge seats, especially if you've got Tsuneki was on, obviously, but if you can find, two Edge weapons off the start, you can basically blow up the entire overworld. You can blow up the Dwarf Castle check. So I was very happy to see that.
So, you're the runner of this club, or I guess the.
Yep.
If you got the microphone right now, is there anything you'd like to say about your first experience in a club race with it?
Yeah, well, it's everything I could have hoped for. I think, as I've said on a few different occasions, the idea behind this was I like doing mystery seeds. I'm usually very busy during the average week, and I don't have a lot of time to dedicate to free enterprise things. And I sort of wanted to take those two notions, put them together, and give us a mystery flag set that doesn't take forever to finish. And well, we can see that I've succeeded beyond my wildest dreams with this particular flag set. But I'll be very interested to see how the rest of the season goes. See if we hit my target of getting through these in roughly an hour. As I've said, I've seen this on I've seen one particular roll of this YAML take about an hour and a half to finish. That's very much the Edge case, though. No pun intended with that. Because this is also the Edge case.
I can see with some of these flags. If Tricker decides to be rude, oh boy, can it be rude.
Oh yeah.
Two-character Masa Ult Gauntlet, anyone? Certainly possible.
It's not impossible to roll with this.
I'm going through what are some flags that maybe we didn't even realize were on or didn't get a chance to even look at?
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, like as soon as we're done here, I want to go and see what the complete flag set is, because there's some things that I suspect. Like that was just almost certainly T-Wild, T-Wildish. I didn't even bother checking show-offs at any point. I don't think.
We confirmed T-Wild S Pro because Warlink found Artemis arrows in the Feymarch.
Neat. All right. Well, but yeah, I do like going back and looking and seeing what the flags were for the seed. But what I've come to realize is that a lot of the time, there's you can roll a lot of different flags, and they're not necessarily going to affect how the flag set plays out. Like I'm thinking of a particular flag draft last season where There was a bunch of nasty stuff, and then it was Orek 2 and Pale Golbez, and the seed took 3 minutes to finish. And sometimes it just works out like that.
I'm thinking some of the other things, we're fairly certain K-Summon did not hit because every single K-Main check is hit that we saw.
Yeah, I also suspected K-Summon was off. We'll find out soon enough, I suppose.
Meanwhile, Warlink just finished up with his Dwarf Castle, has not yet gone up Mount Ordeals to get that pan, although looks to have sniffed it out.
Yeah, okay. Well, with that in mind, I do want to take the opportunity to thank you, Indie Dave, and you, Vatasia, and Dumbward for pushing the buttons, and Neo Barre for rolling this, for restreaming, because it was me who rolled this seed, of course, because it's my club. And I want to thank everyone who showed up to take place in this race today. I was admittedly a little bit anxious heading in today because I wasn't sure what kind of turnout it would get, but I'm quite happy with the number of people that have shown interest in this. So thank you all for being here, and thank you all for watching as well.
Thank you for creating this club, running it for us tonight.
Absolutely, it's been a blast just trying to play the guessing game. This is really an interesting take on the mystery seeds, and I'm enjoying it. I might try to join in next time. Who knows?
I'd love to see that.
Mile and Xeon Warlink side did not have a good day.
Yeah, Warlink picked up the Forge because you had it available. So Abel, Lance, and things are melting. All right, and down goes Hamet almost immediately. So GG's once again to Escrant, who does finish. Just channel.
We did see a third place finisher come in. Tybalt finished with a time of 43 minutes 2 seconds.
And this is where I think the game gets interesting in these large community races, because there's a little bit of meta knowledge that you have when you start seeing people finish, and you're like, oh God, what did I miss? What did I forget to do that everyone else did?
Again, there was zero incentive to go up Ordeals. It's 3 bosses. You're not on any boss hunts. I could see it's perfectly reasonable to fade this.
Absolutely, and by now, I mean, Warlink is swinging $2,000 on these cards. My goodness.
Yeah, Abel Lance does work.
Well, and I also believe that Warlink picked up. He stole a couple sirens from some trap chests in the tower, and then immediately went and cracked those eggs, and used the Abel Lance's ability to cast Weak to help get past those eggs to kind of get a little mini grind in, so his levels are just perfect for anything that you might want to do.
Also, for what it's worth, See No Dupes was off.
Oh,
Not that matters.
So we could theoretically have duplicate characters.
You could. You know that because the Ordeals cutscene said all dupes learned Medio. If no dupes was on, it would just be dupe learned Medio. Basically,
interesting.
Yeah, look for the plural versus singular in Ordeals if you want to check for no dupes.
Concussed Gamer making a point. We had free characters turned on. No one went to my city at any point in time on the stream, so who knows who's there. But I think in this particular flag set, in Gotta Go Fast mode, even stopping in Mysidia is too much time.
Yeah, you've got Edge already. or you've got edge, you've got weapons for edge. You're just going. That's enough to take out the seed, as Grunt alluded to during the interview. Like, the only way you would really need more firepower is if, say, case someone rolled on and the king spot had something, or had the pan.
Even then, right now, we have the Able land, so I think we're set.
That's very true. And as Warling's walking up, we did see Judge Joe and Rybon finish as well.
The Mini Mysteries is certainly living up to its nickname, getting through very quickly, as Warling does finish here, doing the turn in, and there it is.